Hello and welcome to another awesome Gemini Rogues video. This is awesome because wait and see. Go on, close 05. What is this anyway?
It is the Panzer IV HYDROSTAT. It's a tier 5 German premium medium tank. Historical wise, it's just a fort basically. They got the Panzer IV and they wanted an hydrostatic drive on it, and they got to final beans of doing it and just didn't bother. So it never actually was made.
Okay.
But it's just a Panzer IV basically.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, but just a bit funkier on bike, doesn't it? A little bit of a funkier roll on bike.
Has it got any better armour?
No.
Better engine?
No, not really.
About the gun? What is the gun out to speak
gun's just
of?
this usual German mid-tier medium gun you're going to get.
Is it a 110, one whatever?
It's the 7.5 centimetre KWK40 L48 gun.
There you go. It's up now actually.
But there's that engine. See, engine power, not to write home about, 440, but it's not an heavy tank from that V12 Maybach engine. We're just mentioning the gun. Like I say, it's just your normal tier 5 medium gun. 13.95 rounds a minute, 110 pen, 110 damage. 158 with premium round, same 110 damage, probably HE. 2 second aim time, which is a little bit better than you normally get. 0.39 accuracy.
What's that mean?
It's not great. 40 on a traverse, so it's pretty nimble that way. And then there's the armour we're talking about. Turret's pretty paper, 50mm, 30 outsides and rear. View range again, nothing to write home about, 350 metres and a 620 metre signal range, which I don't even bother why we even have that as a start, because it's pretty much non-void.
How is this compared to the Kraft one?
The Kraft Panzer?
Yeah, the tier 5 one.
They're very similar, especially with the armour wise as well, but I'll talk about that in a minute when we come and look at this on the gun. Okay. So you can see the shells, you can take a fair few, like 87 on them on there. Equipment, gun rammer, reload down a little bit, vents, just help a little bit, and coated optics, because I like to get about in it.
That's standard medium equipment, isn't it?
Yeah.
For you anyway.
For me, yeah.
If you've got the coin to put it on.
Yeah. Like we said before, the accuracy is a little bit worse than you're going to get on the Kraft Panzer.
Why?
I'll just mention that. It's the exact same gun other than that, exact same stats. Aim time, everything.
Is it because Kraft is better?
By a little bit on his aiming.
Yeah.
But hit points 580.
That's not a lot, is it?
It's not a lot when you compare it to a Ram Panzer, which has got 850, and especially when you think this isn't that blessed when it comes to that armour as well, if you know what I mean. It's not masses of it, but it's a lot more than you can get from the Kraft Panzer, which only has 480. So it is not bad when you've got the same gun.
Why are we making this video then?
Oh, we're going to show you. so we've got 100 extra than you're going to get on there. That gun, there it goes, a little bit less accurate than you're going to get on the Kraft's version, but reload's exactly the same.
Reload's not bad though, is it?
No. The 110's just a little, it's even in or there. It's a gun at tier 5.
It's 110 gun, isn't it?
110 gun, that's what I always refer to it as.
Yeah.
It does a job, it's nothing spectacular. It's not one you can just look across map and lock on and shoot and it's going to pen. You sometimes have to look for weak spots, but it does a job. Velocity on the shells is not great, 709 in your standard rounds, but nearly 1,000 when you put in a APCR or PZ.KPFW 40 round in. It's got the spaced armour around the side of the turret. But there's nothing massive. You're not working any, you're not angling, you're not, I'm going to stick this in front of this.
They're saying you just drive around aimlessly trying to shoot stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. And you're not very fast at it. It's a proper middle of the road tank.
Oh no.
You can't go out there and go, right, do your worst, try and pen me. You're not blessed like that. I mean, you can't race round, shoot somebody and bugger off without being able to retaliate because you're not fast enough.
No.
So you just kind of pigeonhole it. You'll see it when we come to the game, how you play the Panzer HYDROSTAT, how you play the Panzer HYDROSTAT and get the best out of it, I think.
To be honest, you're not really selling
it. The Cupola's massively armoured.
It is, isn't it? Look at that, it's huge. It needs to be armoured, it's massive.
One of the most armoured things on the tank is the Cupola.
Why?
Well, first thing you see is you come over and
Is it because you can ridge stuff in it? You
can, it's not bad for that, but it's workable. If you know what I mean. So first game we're going to get on Tundra. Well, it's the only game we're going to get is Tundra.
Yeah, we're just going to go on Tundra, man.
It's a tier 5 game. And straight away, see if you tier 3's knocking about in front of us. You can bother them guys a little bit.
Yeah, what was that? That's a death toaster, man. I don't see why I'm an E.
Speed-wise, 45 kilometres an hour. It's not too bad. So we said the 440 brake horsepower weren't great, but there's not much for it to pull around, so it does the job.
Yeah, but that gets into trouble quickly.
I can't get back out, see. You think about it and you think, I'm in this beam tin.
Yeah.
I can't go frontally on and take everything on here, so you just kind of have to position yourself and just use your teammates basically.
What, meat shield?
Here's that gun. Snuck one in, just rolled for
Ooh, look at that,
There's
just
the
sitting
other
there
Panzer
taking
4H,
it, aren't
Panzer
they?
4H. Cherry of those, there's a Tech Tree Felt, there's the accuracy.
Yeah.
You have to sometimes sit there a little bit longer than you feel actually comfortable doing.
Yeah.
The pen there is over, done a bit of ricochet. Smallest bit we can find, sneak a shot through
He's
there.
backing up, isn't he?
So at this point,
team's
dying.
starting
We've
to
lost,
go, isn't it?
Yeah, we've lost 3 already.
Your tier 3 madness tanks have gone.
I mean, I'll talk more about the armour dishing these shots about what we're trying. It's technically got more armour on its hull than it has on its turret. So it's one of your famous tanks, the old turret down.
Turret down,
turret down. You've got more armour on your hull. So
Yeah.
if you come up against an HYDROSTAT, you're struggling to pen it. If you are a tier 3 or a 4, aim for its turret, you've got more chance.
Yeah.
That's basically.
Well, that's the same as Rampanzer, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. But you're
Yeah.
going to pen this hull a lot easier than you're going to pen around Panzer hull.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty flat there, Matilda.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that
Side
shot.
on. Why?
It's with the RNG, you know, and it weren't fully aimed in, so it is pot luck.
Oh, I
It
see.
is a little bit of, we kind of got us some really bottlenecks up here.
Yeah, really gone. Ooh, that was lucky move,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
he's done quick.
Well, you're
We're getting
taking
smashed.
him.
We're getting
You're
smashed now
taking
from
him.
everywhere. The old Valentine now. So one thing you can do in this is, you can see it there, manoeuvrability. You can swing around, pop out, backwards and forwards, really good at rocking tank, I like to call them. We've seen this before in the Cromwell. Rock about.
I know, you're using your strengths there, aren't you? Like you're sticking
There we
the
go.
whole side out.
It's the best way to rock a back and forth. It's pretty hard to do it frontally on. Just mine. Just a suggestion. But we managed to finish off. Who bollied that tier 4?
Yeah,
We
you
showed
did.
that Valentine who was boss there.
Look at your team, man. Just lucky you still got the arty on your
Yeah,
side.
we're doing. I'm going to try and save said Harty at this point, but I don't know. Left him in. And Nepal, 13 hit points left.
No mercy rolls in this
No.
game, man.
And we've got to try and get some. We've got this tank coming from behind. That's why you think, why has he left him on 13? And I'm trying to get out of the way of those guys who come back across that bridge.
Is this map knowledge?
It's just to get what you can. I mean, it's looking a
Get
bit.
what you can.
It's looking a bit bleak at this point. I've got the
Oh,
old
no.
I've got a VK coming out
He's
here.
gonna rinse you.
There again, this is that manoeuvrability I mentioned.
He's gonna rinse
You can't do this in a Rampanzer. You haven't got the turning circle. That's one advantage you've got.
I know, but he would have rammed it
Yeah,
now.
to be fair, yeah, he probably. And he's got another 300 hit points. He could have played with it at that point. So I'm
need
going to
to
run away.
run.
My
You need
gun's
to
damaged
run.
as well. That's not really going to help.
You need to run.
And luckily, the guy who come to help him out has managed to roll his tank upside down.
Ah, sweet.
So he's just flipped his own back over just in time for me to kill him.
Yeah, nice.
He's flashed a shot at me and it's bounced. There's that gun, we just can't rely on it for penetration. So it's gone side as well, so stuck one in his side. It's just 2 of us left.
Are you going to repair
I'm
something?
just repairing my gun. Look at that. Nice and calm. Nice and calm. We're not panicking. Fence in way. Not worried about a fence. Stop. Just aim in. Take his time.
Hey,
Take his
miss.
floor. Pop. Finish them off. So we're
Yay.
picking them down now. We've got left now. We're down to 5 tanks left. We're getting through them. We've got 5 kills already. 1700
You're
damage.
racking them up, aren't you? I didn't even notice that.
At this point, I don't really fancy taking on an heavy tank on me.
No.
Face-to-face terms, if you know what I mean, because
Yeah.
about 3 shots and I will be gone. And then, like we said
Yeah.
before, I haven't got the arm. Ooh, that's not the
Ooh.
arm. It's looking straight at us. It's
Yeah.
looking straight at us. We've got to get
That
back
always
quick.
happens,
There we
doesn't
go.
it?
Yeah, we managed to drop back. So we finished. There again, that's what this tank can do, manoeuvrability-wise. Pop back, rocking forwards motion. You can swing left, right pretty quickly on it. Traverse is fantastic. Really good tank. for
Really got
that.
a French gearbox in it.
It gets everywhere. So we're hunting now. We're just trying to find. I'm basically just trying to find a pothole in this map where I can
Yeah.
spot them coming
Yeah.
because I'm running optics and try and get a few shots of them, get back out of there and relocate.
Why didn't you go and cap?
Because they're going to know exactly where I am. And on Tundra, your cap can be especially this side. You're sat on top of another in the cap. They've only got to come up that bank in turns. You're not going to know they're there until they're literally on top of you. You can't run away. I've not got the hit points to play with at that point. And then they start capping. I'm like,
Oh, Neil, he's full out. Oh, not anymore.
Not anymore. We're getting shot
You're getting
from the other
smashed.
down to
Aye.
and then got another shot. Can we finish him off quicker and drop back?
He was there.
It's a
Okay,
captured
wasn't he?
KV1 who's trying to smash him. I don't know what he's doing up there, so we're trying to snap a shot off. I'm not going to try and trade blows with it.
snap
Captured
it.
KV1.
Not at that distance.
Not at that distance. Not where I'm going to have to try and find weak spots with said gun with its
Yeah.
110 pen.
Yeah.
So we'll get back out of there. We'll try and reset the cap.
Use your heavy
we
as
can.
bait.
And we've got a Death Toast. Oh, no.
Oh.
They've managed to wipe each other out, so that's one less problem I've got to worry about. We've just got to reset the cap now. I think they've rammed himself to death on the captured KV1 and R team.
Oh, Neil.
Planted him in there. So
Oh,
we've
you've got 7.
We've got 7.
Look at that.
7 kills, 2,200 damage. I know where the catching KV1 is, so all I've got to worry about is just me looking at what we're up against there. We've got a medium tank left, so I'm not too worried. I'm going to go back there and I'm going to try and pick a shot off and use my gun depression on there and use that bank I've got. Just get a shot off, get back, and then clear off out of there basically before that catching KV1 can show up and cause me some pain.
I think you're one shot to both of them, aren't
And this is what I'm talking about. This is what the capping on Tundra does. Look, you pop up, you don't spot until you're literally on top of him. He's got to be facing the right way for where you pop up, and that's why I didn't cap. For that exact reason, what happened to him. That would have happened to me as well. That catcher KV1 sat up there waiting for me to do that. Now we've wiped out his team. It's just him left. We've got 8. We're only going to get 9 if we can get him. We've got 93 hit points left, which is about 2 shots for a catcher KV1. He's got a pretty potent gun on it as well, so he's not going to struggle to pen us.
No. And
to be fair, he's probably running premium rounds as always.
I would.
But I'm stacking them myself now because I cannot afford to miss one.
Yeah.
I cannot afford to let one of these shots bounce off him. So I don't want to be sat out there trying to look for a weak spot on him.
Yeah.
Like say someone of my teammates there told me to cap. I am not capping. He's sat on that top of that ridge. He's just waiting for me to go into that position.
Are you at this point sweating?
No. I'm quite calm. You've noticed I've been quite calm all the way through it for me, which is not a normal trait.
Yeah, true.
I'm only panicking, but not in a button bashing sense as you like to do. Press them all. So what I'm basically trying to do here is I'm trying to find a spot where I can get the most coverage of ground I can find. Yeah. Where I'm going to see him coming before he sees me. Basically,
your signal range is damaged, man. That's not going to help.
It's my view range I'm after. So view range is key here. So I'm just trying. I think he's up on that hill, so I think he's going to come at me. He comes straight across the bridge. Notice I'm not spotted, but he is. Yeah. Trying to aim for that weak spot on the front upper plate. Get one in, but he spotted us. He spotted us a gamble here, big gamble. Get one into him. He smashes us.
Look at that.
He smashes us.
You were right with 2 shots, weren't you?
Yeah. And he's left us a nip out, but he's going to be close here because I think he's got 80-some hit points left. We should, in theory, be able to kill him with 1 shot. But knowing our luck, we'll probably roll for 85. So we're hoping he's going to come over this ridge. I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to keep to the low ground here. I'm going to work the advantage. I didn't want to gamble it. See how calm I am again there? He can't get his gun down. Bit of patience. A little bit of patience there, and we get his 9th kill there. And we've done over 2,500 damage.
That's one very nice.
So that's the Panzer HYDROSTAT. It is a nice little tank, especially at tier 5. Only problem it's got is tier 5 mediums also share the grounds with Ram Panzers, which will wipe the flow of this. And if someone's got a Ram Panzer and they want another German tier 5 medium, they think this is going to be as good. It's not.
There's plenty
it's a good
out
tank.
there,
it's a good tank, but it's just not Ram Panzer.
Well, that confetti, man.
But you can see in the right hands, this thing can do the job at tier 5.
What are you saying?
I like it. I do like it. It's a good tank. If you ever see it come up for sale and it's cheap, I think I got it on offer for next to nothing. Yeah. It's well worth buying. It's not a disappointment.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, Killers 05, we're now starting to showboat and stuff, so let's call it a wrap. Thank you very much for your excellent gameplay. Awesome. Laters.